Welcome, friends, to our live weekly Cowtown, Texas Roundtable, a Lone Star symposium on cigars, guns, golf, and whiskey, brought to you by Captain Chris and the snarky usual suspects,
otherwise known as a couple of hairy-legged Irish dudes and a couple of way-too-smart gals.
We are broadcasting from Pop's Safari in the lovely Fort Worth Cultural Arts District. Along with the news and reviews of great cigar and cocktail pairings, today's show will include a firearm review,
A what's new in golf,
a review of local attractions,
what's happening on the DFW social scene,
and Texas trivia. This week's show, as usual, is sponsored by Pop's Safari, the finest cigars, beer, and wine right here in our beloved Cowtown, Texas.
That's Fort Worth for you non-locals.
This has to be the quintessential man cave. Pops also has one of the coolest collections of rare firearms in the state of Texas.
A humongous humidor.
A big game trophy collection to die for. Truly, we all like to think of Pops as our own little bureau of alcohol, tobacco, and firearms.
Then again, it is Texas.
Face up in the microphones. Face up in the microphones. Welcome, friends. To yet another edition.
Countryman.
It's like the sixth, but actually it's like seventh.
Deja vu.
It's like deja
Again, all over again.
Vusha Day. I don't remember anything
treason.
about this. So welcome to our show. It's a fantastic show. And here, as usual, we have the Snarksters. We're all snarky.
Good, yeah.
We're all snarky.
Each
Starting
in our
on
own
the far left,
snarky way.
the House Democrat here, the House Liberal, is the amazing one and only.
I want to be in the Senate.
You want to be the what?
I want to be in the Senate.
You want to be the Senate?
Yeah.
In the House of Lords, our left-leaning liberal Democrat is Angela Gant. Thank you. You'll notice that she has the Democrat blue microphone cover. In the middle, in
5 by 5. Don't I get to say something? That's where I get to say something. It
Not
could be
yet.
stabby
No.
day.
say something.
We gotta keep going.
Angela Gant, our XO, please say something.
All right. It could be stabby day in the Senate. You never know when it's coming down. Never know.
It's a zip down on the
That's why I
flip
wanna be
side.
in the Senate. It's more interesting. Nobody has
See.
stabby
Yes,
days
I've been
in
watching
the
House of Cards. I'm on like season 3, so
Says
Taking
Miss
notes.
Brenda Scott, who is in the middle with the neutral Go Frogs purple microphone. And right here on the
the
right
frog
is
thing?
Mr. Nathan McCartney.
yeah.
Gordon Gecko incarnated. The evil, the greedy, the Republican, the man of the right with the red microphone cover.
If I get Catherine Zeta-Jones out of the deal, I'll agree to all of that. All of what you just said.
Good luck.
Greed is good.
I get Catherine Zeta-Jones out of that. I'll agree to all of that, actually.
He just sold Blue Star Airlines like a couple minutes ago without Bud Fox even knowing it.
I
So,
do her too,
Welcome,
so,
Nathan,
yeah.
our billionaire Fort
I like
Worth
her.
developer, billionaire in Mexican money.
I'll share it with my wife.
So-
It's okay.
If only.
If only. And then, of course, our producer for the show is Mr. Andrew Bowles, a fine gentleman and a scholar, and the great breaker of headphones. And we've got his assistant, Javon Haywood, who is she's the epitome of awesome. She's an Iraq War veteran and a retired specialist from the United States Army. And then, of course, we have our boss, our director and executive producer, Miss Ellen Rowell, who is just the bomb diggity.
Yeah. You.
And she just
Be
curtsied
careful.
and sprained her ankle. So it's okay. We're gonna get there. Anyway, welcome to the show. We're gonna have a great one today. We've got a Browning Citori we're gonna be talking about. We've got cigars. We've got whiskey here. And as a matter of fact, tell us about the cigar and whiskey.
Cigars.
Okay, this cigar is a Murcielago by Eric Espinosa Cigars. This was from 2015. It's a Mexican wrapper. It's got a lot of earthy tones to it. It's more on bolder side. So I have the, what did we say, Noir?
Noir.
5 by 52, and the three of you have the 6.5 by 54 La Lune.
I don't think that's 6.5
Luna.
inches. I think this is more like 12.
No, it's not.
No, and this is why women make lousy carpenters. Because you
men
say
have been lying for so long.
Exactly.
exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
6.5 is average. Yeah. So
Yeah, this is not 12 inches, ladies. It's not. Never has been.
Well, who are you going to please that little thing? Me? Sorry, Brenda, please.
Okay, and the drink is the Select Club Pecan Praline Whiskey,
Whiskey.
made by a company called Mexcor, and it is imported by Elite Brands in Houston. It's very good.
Again, if you want the children to come over and get drunk.
So
It is
he
like
says,
drinking.
I don't
It is
know.
like drinking dessert. This is like
It
a
is.
dessert.
It is. It's
It
pecan pie.
smells sweeter than it is, but it's very good.
Oh,
Good with
absolutely.
cigars too.
Absolutely. This is a good pairing today, too.
It does smell sweeter than it is.
Yeah.
This
Well-
is what you pour for freshmen in college.
This is the whiskey version of Boone's Farm.
Oh, we have a bell.
We've got the bell.
Okay, next.
Next. Okay, so let's go around the world with what's important to you, Nathan.
All right, today I want to talk about one thing, but it was after a little bit of soul searching going around, a lot of articles this week that people were talking about, but there was one that struck home. Al Jazeera reported this week, of all sources, on the American College of Cardiology, that lifestyle, since we are a lifestyle show, has more to do with cardiovascular disease than genetics. So doctors went around to countries like Bolivia. They went to the islands, the outskirt islands of Spain, and they interviewed these people and did medical tests on these people, on their lifestyles. Why are they living so much longer than people in the West? In fact, they're 9 out of 10 of them are not even at risk for cardiovascular disease. So they're 8 times more likely to not have a cardiovascular problem than their counterparts in the West. You know, us. You know, the not. You know, they don't go to Golden Corral. So, so out of these 705 participants, a lot of them did have to paddle canoes for 6 hours, literally, to get to the
That's
the
a
test
lifestyle.
site. Yeah, it's a lifestyle. So you got to be.
So if you
active.
didn't have a heart attack,
They
On the
weren't
canoe.
smoking cigarettes. They weren't drinking heavily. Things like that. So again, it goes back to our moderation. When we mentioned studies from a few weeks ago, when people would have just a couple of cigars a day, or if they would have a couple of fingers of whiskey, it goes on to it and it adds to your longevity. So it is exercise. It is moderation in your diet. It's not eating the processed foods. These people had those things in their lives, and this is what caused them to live significantly longer. So you can no longer really blame your parents. And again, 5 years, they're going to tell you that running makes your heart explode or something. But
Saliva
for right
causes
now,
stomach cancer.
For right now, I feel great.
Well,
So that's
good.
what it's important to me.
Well,
So-
smoke up, Johnny.
Okay.
so don't dump MSG in the whiskey and you'll be fine.
And don't drink a gallon at a time.
I think the bell's coming, and boom.
And don't inhale.
I knew it was coming. Okay, XO.
Oh.
What's important in your world?
All right, so I like to keep it local sometimes, and today we're gonna talk about Springtown, Texas.
Springtown, Texas, the meth capital of the world.
Yippee-ki-yay.
All right, so in 2012, they were known for paddling their students, corporal punishment, in the schools. An assistant principal,
No
male, decided
No
to
meth.
paddle to female students. And that didn't go over too well with the Church of Satan.
The Church of Satan. Satan.
The Church of Satan said, that sounds like a bad idea to us.
I wonder if they do that when they get up to the microphone, like in the morning when the priest usually does the eulogy. I wonder if the satanic priest comes up there and goes, "Moo, ho, ha, ha, ha."
No.
I don't know. What do they do when you're there, Nathan?
I'm sorry.
What do they do when you're there, Nathan?
I haven't been, but I haven't been
Gecko
asked either.
lies.
Oh, okay. I was just checking.
So what do they resolve? So how do they resolve this
So
situation?
anyway, the Church of Satan didn't like it, but the school changed the rule so that you could still have corporal punishment by somebody of the opposite sex as long as someone of the same sex was in the room, which I think is just getting kinkier.
No question.
So,
Little voyeurism.
So let me tell you. So you mean to tell me?
So, what the Church of Satan has offered up is to say that if you sign up on, by the way, the Church of Satan doesn't actually believe in Satan at all. They're just a bunch of humanists who basically got together and said they don't believe in Satan, they don't believe in anything. They're just like, hey, okay. They're just like, hey, sign up on our website and hide behind religion and say, if you sign up, we'll protect you in court, we'll protect anyone in court.
With
Sign-
religious freedom.
With religious freedom.
So do we have same-sex or opposite-sex paddling?
No more paddling. If anyone tries to paddle you in school against your will, we will protect you.
Key phrase: against your will.
Against your will. We will protect you. Yeah, apparently, you're going for spanking lessons in school. And
Well, so, but you tell me that. So essentially, really to wrap. So in other words, if I'm a girl, I'm getting paddled by the male principal. I have to have a female witness.
Yes.
This is like 50 Shades of Naughtiness.
And it's perfectly legal in Springtown, Texas.
Springtown, Texas, by God.
50
I grew
Shades
up
of
in
Grey.
Azle. I know all about this
50
place.
Shades of Grey Water.
I actually thought this was gone now because we
I got the crap beat out of me at Azle Junior High and Azle High School, and it worked so well. Brenda?
I
So
got 65 paddlings my first 6 weeks of 7th grade.
Oh, wow.
God rest Mr. Hopkins.
Go ahead.
Okay, I just want to say that wouldn't be a punishment for me. So, anyways.
What are you
we have
doing
to
later,
find
Brenda?
something else. Yeah. Okay, what's going on with me?
What's going on, Brenda? What's in your world?
I'm
I know
going to
what's in
tell
the
you
world.
because I haven't told y'all yet, but a little bit of a sad note, but then we'll go on to you. My uncle died.
Oh.
Sorry to
And
hear
he
that.
is a Vietnam veteran, Purple Heart, and he passed away a few days ago. So we're doing his burial at the National Cemetery in Grand Prairie
Yeah.
on Wednesday.
Beautiful place.
So, yeah.
I'm really sorry to hear that.
Yeah.
My grandfather and my father are both out there.
He was. I remember he told me when he got injured, his whole platoon everybody was killed, but him and one other guy. And when they came and got all the bodies and they threw him in the helicopter, they thought everybody was dead, so they threw him in the helicopter, and he's piled in with all
Yeah.
his soldiers, and they were all dead, and he had to lay there in it till they got
bad.
back, and then they took him off and realized that he was still alive. So that was hard.
That's no good.
Yeah, very hard. He's a good guy though.
Well, I mean, our hats off to him too.
Yes.
It's one of those things. As a matter of fact, on every one of my deployments where where I was when I had a platoon or a company when I was in command of whatnot, I'd always tell my soldiers when we were sitting kind of just waiting, in Kuwait to actually deploy into Iraq, we would always just sit there and say, look, it's time to write your obituaries, guys. Write the obituaries. I want you to now obituaries, by the way, are expensive. They are expensive as all get up. I mean, I'm telling you what, when my dad died, I mean, I wanted to write a novel for him, and I did, and it was like $1,200. I mean, it was ridiculous. But we just spent the money. Or my mother did, actually. Thanks, Mom. It was awesome. But anyway, I said to them all, I said, look, I'm in command. I've got more money, so I'm going to pay for your obituaries. Let's write them all out. We'll put them in an envelope. We'll send it back home to my wife, and then she will publish your obituary, whatever you want the world to know about you. Get it out there. Let's get it known. That way we can focus on our business at hand. Because our job is to essentially up to and including dying for our country, right? So I don't want you worrying about what they're going to say about you. Now, Pinky J was there. You remember that? Remember having to write your obituary?
Yeah, I cried.
Yeah, it was, right? But anyway, so I got to look at these obituaries, right? Private Snow, a great man amongst men. I was like, oh wow, this is good, right? So and they were all kind of flowered up and whatnot. It was wonderful. So, but yeah, anyway, my hat's off to them and to everybody who's paid the ultimate price. There's nothing. I mean, that's just no way to even really whatever. Yeah, I got you. We're sorry for your loss. So,
Cigars.
finally gonna get to it. Cigar band or no cigar band?
Oh, we talked about that last week.
We did, but I'm bringing it up again.
I don't think we got to it. I think
Oh,
we
I know.
were going to get
No,
to it.
you randomly kind of poked at it, but
I'm
we didn't
poking at it
but
because we were talking about
actually
Bibi
get to it.
Netanyahu was the kind of guy
Hey.
back in the 1990s that he would leave his cigar band on back in the day when a gentleman took his cigar band off because he didn't want to brag about that you're $25 a
He's
day.
European, yes. Mhm.
Right, so we took him
Yes,
off. right?
Europeans, yep.
I still do it because I'm still afraid because I'm old. I'm older than dirt. I'm 45 years old. Give me
Wow.
my Depends and my undergarments and my walker so I get out of here. But the point is, I still take my cigar band off. Is this right?
No.
Is it right?
No, I
No.
think it's okay to have a cigar band. You've got a lot of boutique cigar companies out there, and somebody might say, oh, okay, I see this guy smoking this particular cigar. I may want to try it.
Yeah.
Okay, so you got a responsibility to advertise for the cigar you're smoking.
Yes, I believe so.
Not necessarily.
No, I mean,
not necessarily,
yeah,
but,
but it
I like
does.
the cigar band, and it's extra effort.
I have people approach me all the
Take
time
thing
wanting
off.
to know what the
I
cigar
just
is.
don't care. I'm apathetic about it.
Does it look better in a selfie when I have my cigar band on?
Men don't do selfies.
Well, I do.
Not real men.
I'm not a real
I
man.
might
You're
take
a real
a few.
man. You're a real man. You
What's
don't
that?
do- you
I
don't-
might take a
I don't think I've
few.
ever
You've taken
seen-
a few.
I don't think I've ever seen you in a selfie.
I don't do
They're
selfies.
laughing at me. That's
No,
rude.
no, no,
Guys
we're
don't
not.
do selfies.
Okay, here's my thing.
See?
Because
Take a selfie.
I already did.
I think because I did retail for so long, you don't get to have my Nike swoosh. You don't get to have Maui Jim, Ray-Ban, whatever. Obviously, I worked at Sunglass Hut when I'm putting myself through school. But you don't get to have my free advertisement. You don't get to. It gets to come off. And I get to enjoy my thing.
Unless you're paying me.
Yeah, if you're paying me.
Brought to you by Carl's Jr.
Yeah.
Okay, so
right.
I want to say too that, and I'm going to try to get her on the show. Kim Jackson, she's a local artist here in the Fort Worth area, and she works at Michael's in Euless and Keller. So we save our bands for her because she makes original artwork out of the bands.
I've seen a
And
portrait of Marilyn Monroe.
she is on the cover of Cigar Press right now.
Nice.
So she has a copy for me and she's going to autograph. But anyways, so really good. Kim Jackson, we're going to have her on the show and have her bring some of her artwork.
artwork?
Yeah.
So maybe if I think a cigar is good enough or amazing or something like that, I'll advertise for them. But other than that,
But the other point is take a picture of it with the band on so you remember what you had
True.
in case you want to have it again. Because if you keep taking the bands off and putting them down, you might not, remember what you had.
I keep the
That's a
ones
really
I
good
like.
point. All right, so we're going to head off to a commercial break, but when we get back, we're going to introduce the classic Browning Citori in 12 gauge. I mean,
Good gun.
again,
Bing bang.
just beautiful. It's presidential. Boom, boom. But when we come back. Pop's Safari Room is one of the most unique experiences in store for you and your friends. An extensive humidor with one of the finest collections of cigars in the state of Texas, an exceptional selection of local, national, and international beers and wines, and the ambiance of comfortable leather and soft lighting with a staff that truly cares about your experience. Pop's also trades in fine target, hunting, antique, and collectible firearms. Pop's Safari Room is located in the Fort Worth Cultural Art District within easy walking distance of some of Cowtown's finest dining and entertainment options. Pop's Safari Room. Comfort among friends.
Providencia Cigars has a mission. We want every cigar enthusiast, both new and mature smokers, to experience a Providencia cigar. That's because we always produce the highest quality cigar that can be enjoyed by family, friends, and cigar lovers around the world. All of the tobacco in the El Santo and El Padre cigars are blends that have been aged for 6 years, and 60% of the tobacco in each cigar was grown in the Providencia fields in Honduras. Each has been carefully blended so as not to be overwhelming to the beginning smoker, but also with the flavor and complexity for the experienced cigar enthusiast. Providencia Cigars, your invitation to a lifestyle.
DFW Devil Dogs is a non-profit organization that was founded by a group of Marines with the intent of helping fellow Marines and corpsmen who were struggling for one reason or another. As word about this program spread, their numbers grew as well as their desire to help fellow veterans from all services. But they need your help in order to make that happen. DFW Devil Dogs works with veterans who have had to face tragedy with prevention education and interventional efforts. They also have a strong network of employers across DFW who are committed to helping with this ever so important mission. Go to dfwdevildogs.com to learn more about this important program and how you can help.
Sickle cell disease is an incurable blood disorder that can be very painful. The good news is people are living longer thanks to great strides. However, they are not always living well. Sickle Cell Disease Association of North Texas aims to provide an important safety net for our patients and their family. From counseling to financial assistance, we are there every step of the way. For more information, please visit our website at scdatarrant.org and or like us on Facebook.
What?
And action. No, that's me. Sorry.
Yeah, thank you.
Sorry.
Okay, so
I'm expecting you to get up
we're
and
going to
dance.
talk about this Browning Citori, but first of all, how is this cigar treating you? The name of the cigar again is
Cigars.
Noir.
a Noir.
Well, that's the one I have.
We have
Murcielago.
La Luna.
Murcielago.
This is a nice cigar.
Murcielago.
It's a
And it
bat.
means bat.
Yes.
It means
Bat?
bat. Yeah, and so and they didn't just name it for that. Also, Lamborghini came in and they made one of their cars after it for the passion of bullfighting. There was a famous bull with this name, Murcielago. And he was named Murcielago. And the rumor is that he survived 90 sword punctures during
wow.
bullfighting. And so He made it through that, and then the final bullfighter was asked to spare his life, and they spared his life. And so there's a lot of rumors going around to the different breeders across the world that say, "Oh, I'm of the lineage of this." But anybody who's if an animal has been stabbed 90 times and lived, number one, did it really live? And if it did, could it reproduce? After you've been stabbed 90 times. But neither here nor there. The cigar, I thought, had a really nice cold draw. It was a really nice cold draw. It wasn't overwhelming. It was subtle, smooth. It was kind of, I don't want to overuse the word woody, but it is, earthy, but it is a little earthy.
It is earthy.
But it's also woody. And the wrapper, I thought, was the most unique thing for me because it's a little gritty, like light grain sandpaper. Not so it would be grippy to it,
it's
but
veiny. It's veiny.
It's a holdable, and we'll leave Chris's comment out of it right now. It's veiny, but it's unique. It feels light texture, and it's a good solid draw. It's an open draw. You can feel the oils as it goes through. You can taste the oils as it goes through.
You could breathe underwater with this thing.
You could breathe underwater until you get it going. And unlike the cigar we reviewed last week, this one kind of closes up a little bit as you go and becomes much more of a normal cigar. So it becomes better. It's one of those that becomes better as you smoke it. It's mild, but I wouldn't go as far as to say like the creamy mild. It's just it's a middle of the road.
And the last third is going to be
cigar.
stronger. Yeah.
I think it's something that anybody would want.
It's a full medium.
It's definitely a full medium, and it's a little sweet.
What do you think?
Oh, this is one of my favorites that Eric makes. He also came out with a new one.
Aged for a couple of years. Is it?
Yeah.
2012.
2015.
2015. It's 2 years old.
And
cigar years, that's like 78.
Right. But they came out with a new one that was released only at Underground last week when I was there for the UG roast, and it's silver instead of red, and it's called Batshit Crazy.
Cigar.
Really good.
Never saw that one coming.
Yes.
Can you taste the
Batshit
I can taste the batshit. The guano is fantastic.
I bought two boxes, two bundles.
The thing that's most interesting to me about this one, as opposed to pretty much every other dark wrapped cigar we've tried, is it's simple. It's a simple taste. Mm-hmm. And that we haven't had.
Now, it's not very complex, but it's good.
Yeah, it is not a complex cigar.
No,
which is kind of nice. It's not, because
but it doesn't have
some
to be
cigars,
a lot of
some
the best
cigars,
things in life are simple.
Some cigars, I think, are trying to overreach. And that has nothing to do with the show. That has to do with my own research of trying a lot of different cigars. And this one is not. It's just a good, simple smoke. And that's not a negative. It's a good smoke.
Yeah,
but it's simple. It's something that I would keep in my humidor and smoke and enjoy.
I agree. The pecan praline, although it does taste good with it, when I first did the cold draw before I had any of the whiskey, I did notice that I could taste a little bit more of the sweet, but now that I do have the pecan praline in there, I can't taste the sweet in the cigar anymore. It's a little more.
It's a balancing thing. It's like that whole pH thing is taken care of. So,
I think I would prefer this with coffee.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a coffee cigar. In fact, I got a little coffee left, and
mine's cold.
That's a good thing.
That's true. Well, so tell us about this Browning Citori. What are your thoughts on this? We haven't shot it yet. We're going to shoot it this week, but what do you think?
Yes, I'm ready. Browning Citori 12 gauge, but I did tell you that the Citori.
Yeah.
It's reminiscent of another word.
When I go to spell it, I'm like,
moving on.
C-L-I. No,
that's not.
Citori. Yeah, not. Okay.
Yeah,
that's what comes to mind. I don't know.
I'm not going to lie. It has come to mind.
I think it's going to be a great gun because Browning invented the over-under shotgun, so this is a very classic.
Barrel over barrel.
Famous political figures.
And over-under could be a technique.
or preference.
It could be. Hey, I like that. Over-under technique, yes. So I saw a picture of Obama at Camp David. And he had this rifle, this shotgun
shooting
right here.
Browning Citori to prove that he was all about the shotguns.
That's right. Yeah.
What did Joe Biden say? We're not trying to take your shotgun. When I'm talking about shotguns, which I thought was kind of odd too, because it wasn't odd. It was ironic because then, like a day or two after he said that, we don't want your shotgun. Some wacko in California went around and shot a bunch of people with a shotgun, right? You know? Okay. How about we just accept the fact that we live in a nation that we have guns?
Well, how many people? Well, think about it also this way. I thought it was funny when the guy went crazy on the campus and started stabbing people. I wonder how many people go, well, thank God it wasn't a gun.
I don't know about you, but I'd rather be shot to death than stabbed to death any day of the week.
Shootings.
We don't want to take your ice picks.
We don't want to take your ice picks.
Dang it!
Your ice picks.
We don't want your ninja swords that you paid, all of $30 for at the mall.
Dang it! Now we have
I like
a
the time they
ninja
actually
sword
confiscated
crisis.
those Chinese stars out of somebody's carry-on bag.
Wow. Yeah.
Chinese stars. I'm sorry, they're throwing stars. We can't say Chinese stars anymore.
Yeah.
Is something wrong with saying Chinese? I don't think so.
I
Asian,
love those.
Asian fighting stars.
I think that's much more offensive.
That all of the presidents have shot?
Well, I mean, it's a presidential type gun. I mean, for what they cost and what they are, I mean, it's the type of thing that if like
Kennedy, Nixon, Reagan, everybody who's got a picture with a shotgun in their arms, it's the Browning Citori.
Or they've got that ridiculously expensive Kriegfeld and with silver overlay and gold.
This one's not ridiculously expensive, but it's not cheap. That's a good firearm.
This is like 2 used cars. Two decent used cars. You get like a Passat and a Honda Accord for this.
I think
with well over $100,000 miles.
Maybe. Yeah.
Ann Richards had this one.
She did, as a matter of fact. She gave it to Senator Wendy Davis. Well, she didn't, but her daughter did when she was running for governor, which was, I don't know. She got a bum steer award for that one. Sorry, Wendy, you're a friend of mine, but good Lord.
Oh.
That whole thing was awful. I'm sorry to see that happen. But anyway, we got FDR's doppelganger in exchange. So there we have it. So when we come back, we're going to be doing Texas trivia with Miss Brenda Scott. And today we're going to have something terrible to drink. I don't know what it is. It might be water.
I don't know what it is yet, yeah.
But it'll be fun. When we come back.
Providencia Cigars has a mission. We want every cigar enthusiast, both new and mature smokers, to experience a Providencia cigar. That's because we always produce the highest quality cigar that can be enjoyed by family, friends, and cigar lovers around the world. All of the tobacco in the El Santo and El Padre cigars are blends that have been aged for 6 years, and 60% of the tobacco in each cigar was grown in the Providencia fields in Honduras. Each has been carefully blended so as not to be overwhelming to the beginning smoker, but also with the flavor and complexity for the experienced cigar enthusiast as well. Providencia Cigars, your invitation to a lifestyle.
Sickle cell disease is a blood disorder that is incurable. It can be very painful to deal with, but the good news is that people are living longer thanks to great strides. However, they are not living well. Sickle Cell Disease Association of North Texas aims to provide an important safety net for our patients and their families. From counseling to financial assistance, we are there every step of the way. For more info, please visit our website at scdatarrant.org or like us on Facebook.
DFW Devil Dogs is a non-profit organization that was founded by a group of Marines with the intent of helping fellow Marines and corpsmen who were struggling for one reason or another. As word about the program spread, their numbers grew as well as their desire to help fellow veterans from all services, but they need your help in order to make that happen. DFW Devil Dogs works with veterans who have had to face tragedy with prevention education and interventional efforts. They also have a strong network of employers across the Metroplex who are committed to helping with this ever so important mission. Go to dfwdevildogs.com to learn more about this important program and how you can help.
Pop Safari Room has one of the most unique experiences in store for you and your friends. An extensive humidor with one of the finest collections of cigars in the state of Texas, an exceptional selection of local, national, and international beers and wines, and the ambiance of comfortable leather and soft lighting with a staff that truly cares about your experience. Pops also trades in fine target, hunting, antique, and collectible firearms. Pop Safari Room is located in the Fort Worth Cultural District within easy walking distance of some of Cowtown's finest dining and entertainment options. Pop Safari Room, comfort among friends.
Okay.
Priority list.
We on? We're on.
We are so on.
Sorry.
We do have a job opening over here to the left.
All right,
Good.
So we're back, and now we're going to do Texas trivia with Miss Brenda Scott.
Yes.
Do we have our? We don't have our cards yet.
Oh.
We're
It's okay. Don't worry about Siobhan. It's all good. Okay, so
No, that would be
every
a
week-
no. That would be a no.
yeah,
That's
you
a
would.
big no.
Enough drinks, you'd be fine at midnight.
No.
So
No.
every week we like to get together at this part of the show and we want to do our Texas trivia. And the loser, since this is Cigars, Guns, Golf, and Whiskey show, has to drink wine. And today we have a Chardonnay. It's called the East Side Select. It's a fine
The
East
finest
Side
refrigerator in a gas station on the east side of Fort Worth.
Cold Ripple. Cold Ripple.
I want part of that though.
Okay,
She
you're gonna
wants
have to
part of
share.
Whoa.
I'm glad to
Take one down and pass it around.
You know how
We got
you
cards.
kind of donate your winnings? I'm very willing to donate my losings, should I
Okay.
lose.
I'll drink some of it.
Okay.
Ready?
Why my marker got to be black?
I was going to ask you, are you going to be right?
Okay, well, I like the white. Got it.
I'm going to be red.
Okay, I got my 3. Let's do it.
Here you go.
You racist bastards. What do we got?
Okay.
What do we know about Texas?
What was the first city founded in Texas? And this is where I was supposed to be today because all of my friends from Hoochly Cigar Group
Hoochly?
are in this city, some of them, and I really wanted to be there with y'all. But first city founded in Texas, and bonus if you can tell whom and in what year
Oh, good God.
founded. First city in Texas. Okay, ready, go. Oh my God, you're blank?
Can you give us a hint? Can I phone a friend?
I just
Yeah,
said
you
I
got
was
a
supposed to
lifeline?
be there today. There you go.
You're supposed to be there today?
I was supposed to be
Is
there
it within
today.
driving distance?
I have no idea.
Everything within driving distance.
Not from people on the East Coast. You can
Okay.
drive to 5
so
states
what'd you
by the
get?
time you get to El Paso.
And there's people
Pins
that
down.
do drive in from out of state for this event. But anyways,
Okay.
Houston, no. Oh shit, I shouldn't have said that. Go ahead. It could be Houston. I don't know. You are slow. Come on.
There you go.
I was told guess and
have
put
an
my
aunt
card
that
up.
lives there.
Guess and put your card up.
Okay.
Come on.
Sam
There you
Gibson.
go.
And Nathan says, can you get...
I said Crowley because I had no idea.
Go for the bonus and guess a year.
I'm going to think it's because of South by Southwest. We go with Austin.
God, all of y'all are wrong.
What is it?
San Antonio. San Antonio. You should have gone with your gut instinct.
Okay, so San Antonio. So we're all wrong. Okay,
We
okay.
were
that
just
was-
talking about Leticia Van Pute.
And that was founded by the Spanish missionaries in 1718.
All right,
was gonna
next,
say
what's the
okay.
next freaking
I was
question?
going to say
Awesome.
1719.
See?
I was
I
going
told
to
you
do
to
that.
put a
That's
year
her area, I
down.
think.
What's the next question?
Okay.
Sure.
I like this one.
You can thank Javon for these questions.
I don't like you anymore.
Okay. What books? Listen. What books are banned in Texas because they contain the formula for making beer at home? Book that is banned in Texas.
Oh, good God. Where do you get this crap? Where do you get these questions? Fine, whatever. Angela, what do you got? Pins down. Crying out loud.
Yay.
Encyclopedia Britannica.
I said,
Yay.
I said Encyclopedia
What do you
Britannica,
got?
specifically B.
John's bathroom reader. I don't know.
Am I close?
It was Encyclopedia Britannica.
Woohoo! That was a guess. That was a
See,
complete
I got
guess.
it.
I'm drinking that nasty crap. All right.
Not unless one of them loses this time.
Okay, hang on. I had one. Oh, okay. This should be easy. What is the official sport of Texas?
Wife swapping.
Wife swapping.
Wife swapping.
I call that cigar sister wives. That's what I call it.
I didn't know that was a thing.
It is. I'm going to
not
make my own
enjoying it.
reality show.
I'm going with the obvious. It's going to be wrong, I'm sure. So.
Okay.
What is the
What do you
illegal?
got,
What is
Edge?
that? No, say it again. What's the
Official sport of Texas. Let me see.
I just know I'm not losing, so I don't care.
Come on. I know, right?
I'm not losing apparently, so.
All right. All right, what you got, Ange?
No. Oh, no.
Ange has got soccer. Nathan, you got
Horseshoes.
Horseshoes.
What do you got?
Football.
Oh, got it. I got it. I got it. I got it. I know it. I know it. I know it.
Too
I know
late.
it. I know
Too
it.
late. Too late.
That's it. Rodeo.
It was too late.
Rodeo. Come on.
All right.
So we all get to take a sip of this nasty stuff. All right, bring it
now
around.
we all have. Okay.
Yeah, okay, so bring it around. Let's get our sip. Let's do our communion wine here. The blood of Christ. Let's do it.
You first, though.
Yeah, I am the loser. So I like being first.
It's a sport.
Nobody likes to be last in the line of communion. I mean, I don't care how holy it is. You're going to catch, like,
something.
Syphilis.
Yeah.
Hey, I got two.
That's Chardonnay. That's not whiskey. All right.
That's really, really, really gas station-y good.
Yeah, east side.
Smells like apple juice.
Tastes like high school.
I'm not doing it. 2 out of 3.
Apple sauce. So,
Okay, not bad. There you go. Nope.
I got 2 out of 3 right hand.
we got the cigar social calendar when we come back. We got good stuff this week.
And you're a Bronc rider. You used to
I was
ride
a bull rider,
Broncs.
but yes, Bronx and bulls, but yeah, bulls primarily. And I know I should have known that, but I don't think it's a sport.
What's happening on the 20th?
What?
I'm a jerk. I'm telling you.
Rodeo
I'm wrong.
is a
I'm wrong.
Look,
wrong.
hey, you look at all the things that are in the Olympics.
No, look
And
at
then tell me that-
ESPN. Blackjack on ESPN. Come on.
Yeah.
Rodeo's more of a sport than
It's true.
blackjack.
It is. I'm telling you. Like I said, I'm wrong.
Hey,
Not blackjack.
especially
Poker.
rodeo
Poker.
blackjack.
Poker. I
Rodeo
mean
Is
poker.
that rodeo poker when you get out there on the
Poker.
field?
I almost put down full contact origami, and then I thought, no, that's New Hampshire. So I got it. Sorry about that. So anyway,
Texas.
when we come back, we go around the social calendar, and after that, we got cigars and history.
Are you
and
from Texas?
I'm born and raised in Fort Worth. I'm telling you, I'm gonna go put on a Yankee hat when we come back.
DFW Devil Dogs is a non-profit organization that was founded by a group of Marines with the intent of helping fellow Marines and corpsmen who were struggling for one reason or another. As word about those programs spread, their numbers grew as well as their desire to help fellow veterans from all services. But they need your help in order to make that happen. DFW Devil Dogs works with veterans who have had to face tragedy with prevention education and interventional efforts. They also have a strong network of employers across DFW who are committed to helping with this ever so important mission. Go to dfwdevildogs.com to learn more about this important program and how you can help.
Pop's Safari Room has one of the most unique experiences in store for you and your friends. An extensive humidor with one of the finest collections of cigars in the entire state of Texas, an exceptional selection of local, national, and international beers and wines, and the ambiance of comfortable leather and soft lighting with a staff that truly cares about your experience. Pop's also trades in fine target, hunting, antique, and collectible firearms. Pop's Safari Room is located in the Fort Worth Cultural District, within easy walking distance of some of Cowtown's finest dining and entertainment options. Pop's Safari Room. Comfort among friends.
Sickle cell disease is a blood disorder that is incurable. It can be very painful to deal with, but the good news is that people are living longer thanks to great strides. However, they are not living well. Sickle Cell Disease Association of North Texas aims to provide an important safety net for our patients and their families. From counseling to financial assistance, we are there every step of the way. For more info, please visit our website at scdatarrant.org or like us on Facebook.
Providencia Cigars has a mission. We want every cigar enthusiast, both new and mature smokers, to experience a Providencia cigar. That's because we always produce the highest quality cigar that can be enjoyed by family, friends, and cigar lovers around the world. All of the tobacco in the El Santo and El Padre cigars are blends that have been aged for 6 years, and 60% of the tobacco in each cigar was grown in the Providencia fields in Honduras. Each has been carefully blended so as not to be overwhelming to the beginning smoker, but also with the flavor and complexity for the experienced cigar enthusiast as well. Providencia Cigars, your invitation to a lifestyle.
All right.
Just got scolded.
We got scolded.
Yeah.
It's all your fault, Nathan. Republicans. I swear to God. So anyway, welcome back. Ms. Brenda Scott's going to tell us about the social calendar where you need to be this week and beyond. And I want to talk about a certain golf course.
Okay.
Golf.
We have at Pops on Friday, March 24th, Ashton Cigar event here at Pops. And then on Thursday, the 30th, North Texas Cigar Society, which is open to anybody, there's no cost, at Drunken Donkey, which I know you like to think of it as
Smashed Ass.
Smash Ass, in Keller at 6 p.m. And we're going to have Scott Lewis with Padilla Cigars, so he's going to have some specials in. Also, that same night, Pops is having an aging room cigar event. They call it Snip and Fire.
Ooh.
Snip and Fire.
Snip and fire or snipping?
Snip and Fire. Snip.
Snip and fire.
Right.
So it's kind of like roasting at the bristle.
There you go.
Like, okay.
Something like that.
You don't need a facelift.
It's a Jewish barbecue.
Let's move to April. April 7th on Friday, Pops is having at 6 o'clock. I don't know how you say this. I haven't seen this. Altatus? But what it is, the rep, he does Monte Cristo all the way to like, what is it, Romeo and Julieta?
Romeo y Julieta.
Yeah, so he's going to have a variety of cigars at that event. Then I'm hosting the Wildfire Women's Cigar Society. You need to go. Tuesday, April 11th at Michael's in Euless at 6:30. No, not y'all. You can go.
I can wear my tutu.
You could, yeah. Well, you can come. You can come, yeah. We're gonna have a Q&A with Salas, who works at Michael's and Euless and Keller, and then April 21st on Friday, we are gonna do an event open for anybody to come to Cigar Frogs in Denton. Yes.
I may go to that one.
Huge, nice patio area.
Any giveaways?
And we're gonna be out on the patio.
Any gimmies on this one?
Huh?
Any gimmies? Any freebies?
Free to come.
Free to come.
Anybody can come. Yeah, it's Wildfire, but anybody can come.
That's a good response.
Well,
Yes.
it's a free country, right?
Well, that's true. Yes, Cigar Frogs in Denton. Thank
Except
you.
for your taxes.
Cigar
hey, what is
Frogs
the?
and
I think you paid for it first.
So do you have anything on Monday?
No, not
Thank you, by the
Monday.
way.
Yeah.
Monday. Okay, I was just
You
wondering.
took my
No,
you
Tuesday
Nothing with the
and
solstice.
my bill for me. You
Tuesday, Thursday,
you're like,
Friday.
no, don't worry about it. The check came. You're like, don't worry, I got this.
So
Okay.
that's a fantastic calendar. What else we got going on? That's it.
Next week I will be out of town, so I will broadcast from a cigar lounge, probably Kansas City.
We're gonna be out of town too, which would be kind of
I
interesting.
know, and then
golf course
next
next week.
Saturday you've got
We're gonna actually
Golf
be
course.
piping you in, as a matter of fact. So we'll be Skyping you in or FaceTiming you in.
She prefers piping.
Piping
Who's
on
pipe?
Thursdays.
or video, whatever.
Pop up.
Pop up.
Yeah, telescoped you in.
Now, our good friend Ray and Jim over at Providencia Cigars, they've invited us out there. They're sponsoring an event at Willow Springs Golf Course out in Haslett, Texas, which is going to be a fantastic event. And well, I just Donald Trump just makes me want to say fantastic. It's amazing. It's huge. I'm going to try to get just get it out of my. Okay, stop. It's going to be an outstanding event.
Thank you.
In Haslett, Texas. I don't know. Is it benefiting something particular? Do we know? It's just a golf thing. It's an Irish thing. Well, we should know something about that.
We should have known instinctively.
Instinctively, but we don't.
Should have.
Because we
Yeah,
don't
it's
have an
gonna be-
Irish radar that just kind of goes off.
Yeah, it's going to be a.
We
You know,
do.
they
We're
have
usually drinking
different
so much we
tees
can't-
set up, and it's going to be a 4-man scramble. And they're going to be set up at all the holes. Okay, so it's a simultaneous start.
I love a scramble. I love that. You know, best ball, right? You know what I mean? So everybody can, 3 guys can shank the ball, hook, slice, whatever, and then the one guy that's good, we'll play off yours.
Yeah.
And off we go. No, it's going to be fantastic. We're going to be set up at the...
scramble.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I am too.
I'm great in a scramble.
By all means, right? Because my short game is awesome. I can actually hustle people at municipal courses with my one-handed chip shot.
And putt-putt.
And putt-putt. Absolutely. Little windmill house. I can make that happen.
So all the holes simultaneously.
All of them. Exactly. So, but anyway, it's going to be a great event. What we're going to be doing is...
You
we'll
didn't
be,
get that.
We'll be set up in the...
Simultaneously.
Simultaneously.
All holes.
All holes.
In high school.
I'm not Cyrano de Bergerac. I can't do all holes at once. Remember the whole...
Okay.
Well, you could.
Anyway.
Yeah.
I could.
Anyways.
So, regardless, we're getting down into the gutter. And I apologize for this. So, what we're going to do is we're going to talk about this.
Sorry.
What did you put up on that clapboard? Nothing bad?
Nope.
So, we'll be set up in the clubhouse from 12 to 2 or so. And then after that, the tournament starts at 2. And it's going to, like I said, shotgun scramble is going to be an awful lot of fun. So, we should have a good time with that.
Yep. Are you
We're going to
going to
be
play?
there live. We're going to be piping in Brenda as we go. So, she'll piping in Brenda.
Piping in.
God. We're going to be bringing her in via some form of electronic, something or other, wherever she's at. Where are you going to be, by the way? At that event again? It's called...
No, I'm going to be, I don't know yet. I'm going to pick a cigar lounge in Kansas City.
Kansas City.
Kansas City.
After some barbecue.
Definitely barbecue.
Okay, makes sense to me.
Kansas City barbecue.
So this week, when we get into cigars and history, when we come back, we're going to be doing cigars and history. And we're going to be talking about 2 people who smoked cigars in history. And I can't wait to get to it. And we're talking about, so put this in your mind before we go to commercial break. We're talking about Babe Ruth, the Babe. What was his nickname?
He had a lot of nicknames.
Yeah, what was the one?
They gave him lots of nicknames.
He had another nickname. What's that?
Bambino?
The Bambino.
Bambino.
The Bambino was a cigar smoker. And if you recall from the movie, what was it called? The Babe with John Goodman? Back when he was like when he was Roseanne Young.
Yeah.
You know, he's like, hey, pull my finger. You know? And we were like, oh, it was funny. In the 1980s, we were really cool with that. But anyway, Babe Ruth was a cigar smoker. And so was Al Capone. And my good friend Bobby De Niro, I'm sorry, you guys probably know him as Robert De Niro, but Bobby De Niro was also in this movie called The Untouchables. And and of course he played Al Capone, and of course we had Elliot Ness was played by who's that guy, the handsome fella that did No Way Out, Kevin Costner. Yeah, exactly right. And and Sean Connery is in there, right?
Is that I'm going to kick your ass with my left thumb?
Something like that. And we also know he's the most well-known misogynist on the planet, right? You know what I mean? Because sometimes a woman just needs a good smacking.
Good Roger.
Yeah. So when we come back, we're going to talk about Babe Ruth and Al Capone and which one you'd rather have on your side in a bar fight. When we come back.
Providencia Cigars has a mission. We want every cigar enthusiast, both new and mature smokers, to experience a Providencia cigar. That's because we always produce the highest quality cigar that can be enjoyed by family, friends, and cigar lovers around the world. All of the tobacco in the El Santo and El Padre cigars are blends that have been aged for 6 years, and 60% of the tobacco in each cigar was grown in the Providencia fields in Honduras. Each has been carefully blended so as not to be overwhelming to the beginning smoker, but also with the flavor and complexity for the experienced cigar enthusiast. Providencia Cigars, your invitation to a lifestyle.
Sickle cell disease is an incurable blood disorder that can be very painful. The good news is, people are living longer thanks to great strides. However, they are not always living well. SCDA of North Texas aims to provide an important safety net for our patients and their family. From counseling to financial assistance, we are there every step of the way. For more information, please visit our website at scdatarrant.org and/or like us on Facebook.
DFW Devil Dogs is a non-profit organization that was founded by a group of Marines with the intent of helping fellow Marines and corpsmen who were struggling for one reason or another. As word about the program spread, their numbers grew as well as their desire to help fellow veterans from all services, but they need your help in order to make that happen. DFW Devil Dogs works with veterans who have had to face tragedy with prevention education and interventional efforts. They also have a strong network of employers across the Metroplex who are committed to helping with this ever so important mission. Go to dfwdevildogs.com to learn more about this important program and how you can help.
Pop's Safari Room is one of the most unique experiences in store for you and your friends. An extensive humidor with one of the finest collections of cigars in the state of Texas, an exceptional selection of local, national, and international beers and wines, and the ambiance of comfortable leather and soft lighting with a staff that truly cares about your experience. Pop's also trades in fine target, hunting, antique, and collectible firearms. Pop's Safari Room is located in the Fort Worth Cultural Art District within easy walking distance of some of Cowtown's finest dining and entertainment options. Pop's Safari Room. Comfort among friends.
Good Lord.
And so we're back, and now we're talking about cigars in history.
Can we cut it for you?
And who are we having for our bar fight here?
It's Babe Ruth and Al Capone.
Okay, Babe Ruth and Al Capone. What about Babe Ruth would you want in a bar fight?
The only thing I could find out about him, I mean,
he got a bat. Pretty good with a bat.
He was pretty good with a bat, and he was incorrigible.
Pretty good.
So he's incorrigible, and he could probably pick up a pool cue and use it like a bat.
Probably could. Probably could.
It's assuming we're in a bar that has a pool cue.
I'm taking Babe Ruth. His father had a bar.
Okay.
And when he was a little boy, he would steal from the till, steal money, and he would drink the rest of the beer from people's beer that they left out.
I like
And
this
then
guy.
he started chewing tobacco, and he was 6 years old.
And he died at 40, right? Something. I mean, who knows?
Something low.
Does that matter? Yeah.
Well, Babe Ruth was also given up for adoption at the age of 7. and he was sent to the St. Mary's Industrial School.
Right, he was sent to a school.
Yeah, it was a
'cause he was
reformatory for
incorrigible.
boys, and then it was the priests in that reformatory that actually gave him his tips on baseball.
Yes.
So actually, when he became rich,
He
did
mimicked
that.
his,
He gave money back to that
Yeah.
reformatory and the church. In fact, he bought his old schoolmaster a $5,000 Cadillac back in the day.
Yeah. That
so-
he mimicked his style of hitting, and then those little little
But
steps.
also, they think that his
cool.
lifestyle of excess came from his days at the reformatory. So,
So again, once again, Catholics are terrible people,
Look,
and they just went. Come on.
he
guys.
was 6 foot tall. Al Capone was 5'10" and a half. He also had 50 pounds on Babe Ruth. He was also
Did he really?
He did. He had 50 pounds on Babe Ruth. There was a lot of little interesting facts about Al Capone that I didn't know. Some of them that I did. He was a member of the 5 Points gang, but he had started as a gang member as an early teenager. The way he got into power was he was the bouncer for the guy who was in power. So you imagine how tough you got to be for an organization. You're going to go in and you're going to be the guy in power for the guy who's the don in the area. You're the bouncer now. And it was because he fell that Al Capone got into power. And he was in several gangs before this, and he actually made it to 5 Points gang, which was the toughest gang in New York before he was that. So I'd take Al Capone all day long.
So we're talking about two people that are, they have a presence. They have a presence. We're talking about, we're not talking about, it's not going back to Jack Nicholson and, Bill Cosby or something, right? We're talking about a presence.
Yeah.
So Babe is a big
But
old boy,
Babe,
but so's Al Capone.
he didn't back down from fights. There was a game. It was May 25th, but I don't have the year. And he threw dirt in the umpire's face because he got thrown out. And as he was going back to the dugout, there was a heckler in the stands, and he jumped into the stand and challenged him to a fight. And the fan ran off, but he stood up and he's like, "Anybody want to come fight me? Come down to the field. Come fight me. Go ahead." So I don't know.
The man of his word.
Yeah.
Okay. Exactly. That's not exactly.
But this guy took an existing violent organization that made its way.
An existing violent
It was an
organization.
existing violent organization, and back in the day, when Babe Ruth and Al Capone were both alive at the same time.
Contemporaries.
In fact, they have a baseball that was signed by both of them.
Oh wow.
That auctioned off for over $200,000
$200,000
for both of their signatures on the ball. Now he took an existing, evil, violent organization and turned it into a $100 million a year production under his rule, and he did it. He was ruthless. So there's a reason why he has a reputation. He has a reputation for being a badass. Babe Ruth has a reputation for being a baseball player.
No, that's not exactly true. Babe Ruth,
It is
among
exactly
all
true.
things, has a
No,
reputation
exactly
for
true.
being a ladies'
Specifically
man.
true.
He also has a reputation
That's
for
true.
visiting brothels and hanging out in such environments.
So he had to know how to fight to get out of those.
Yes. Now,
yeah.
Yes.
$20 you get out of the brothel.
No. Now, if you're known for being a ladies' man and known for being with women, that means you know how to, let's say, you have
Exit
to keep
quickly.
those women.
Yeah.
Do you know how many guys that I know in Fort Worth will go to Hotel Zaza, go to Sambuca, go to Four Seasons with just a little bit of money in their pocket and do everything Babe Ruth did off the field, everything, whether they're 5 foot or 7 foot.
Yeah, but he wasn't scared to fight. Yeah,
I imagine he's probably a pretty formidable guy. If you jump into the stands, you start challenging fans.
Yeah.
He's challenging everybody. He's challenging
What's the big
everybody.
idea?
Hey, what's the big idea? You're just a pocket full of firecrackers, aren't you, there, buddy? Yeah.
Did you take Al Capone? You did?
All day long. All day long.
I'm taking Babe Ruth all
I'm
day
taking
long
Babe Ruth.
and all night
Easy,
long.
Captain.
He, because he grew up in the.
Not because who you love in baseball, but who do you
No,
think would
it's not
actually
about
be behind
it's
you
not about that at all.
in a bar fight and win?
I actually.
I think this is a toss-up. Honestly, if you think about it, you're talking about two.
It's no contest.
The countenance of both of these men are absolutely. You're just talking about. I don't know. Al Capone was ruthless. There's no question about that. Babe
No,
Ruth was
but
probably a big
other
old teddy
people
bear.
Would
did
have
his
swung
dirty
first.
work.
And Al Capone would have swung first, and he would have ended the fight quickly.
But to go with what XO's saying, I think there's a point here. I think that who would you rather have on your side
Right.
I mean, I think that Babe Ruth might be the guy that it might be a better story. You know what I mean? You know, we went down swinging because it was Babe Ruth. He was a man of.
I don't know. I went down. I got in a bar fight with Al Capone.
Okay, can I say?
Pretty good.
I is flunkies as opposed to Babe Ruth. I have one guy. Now, am I having one guy or one guy and his flunkies?
It's true.
And Al Capone's bringing a gun to the fight. I like him.
Okay,
His muscle
gun.
And he's not coming alone.
Okay, I want to say that I solicited this ahead of time and asked someone who I trust their opinion, Alex Coleman, and his brother is Ronnie Coleman.
I know Ronnie Coleman.
There you go.
I met him.
And what was their answer?
Babe Ruth. He said Babe Ruth.
Now, if I need somebody to go in and...
I'm going to go with Babe Ruth.
Do I need somebody to bench press? Do I need somebody to curl? Or do I need somebody behind me in a bar fight?
That's not what he's saying. That's not what he's saying.
But if Babe Ruth were to ask the guy before the fight, would you pull my finger? That might disarm them just enough.
Because you know you don't want Babe Ruth's finger pulled.
Yeah, that's true.
He's been eating ballpark hot dogs all day.
Okay, yeah, so I don't know, man. I want to say both, honestly, but I think I'm going to go with baseball, apple pie, and Chevrolet on this one. I'm just gonna.
I'm so sad that my comrades are wrong.
No, it's true.
And
we're wrong. It's
3-1.
I am 100% convinced.
Ruski
Okay,
Drug.
so,
Are we your comrades now? Spasiba,
Some
Ruski
interesting
Drug.
news to talk about this week. I can't wait. Nathan's going to take us down that road. It's going to be an awful lot of fun.
The Republican Russian. Good comrade.
The Republic of Russia.
Sickle cell disease is an incurable blood disorder that can be very painful. The good news is people are living longer thanks to great strides. However, they are not always living well. Sickle Cell Disease Association of North Texas aims to provide an important safety net for our patients and their family. From counseling to financial assistance, we are there every step of the way. For more information, please visit our website at scdatarrant.org and or like us on Facebook.
DFW Devil Dogs is a non-profit organization that was founded by a group of Marines with the intent of helping fellow Marines and corpsmen who were struggling for one reason or another. As word about this program spread, their numbers grew as well as their desire to help fellow veterans from all services. But they need your help in order to make that happen. DFW Devil Dogs works with veterans who have had to face tragedy with prevention education and interventional efforts. They also have a strong network of employers across DFW who are committed to helping with this ever so important mission. Go to dfwdevildogs.com to learn more about this important program and how you can help.
Providencia Cigars has a mission. We want every cigar enthusiast, both new and mature smokers, to experience a Providencia cigar. That's because we always produce the highest quality cigar that can be enjoyed by family, friends, and cigar lovers around the world. All of the tobacco in the El Santo and El Padre cigars are blends that have been aged for 6 years, and 60% of the tobacco in each cigar was grown in the Providencia fields in Honduras. Each has been carefully blended so as not to be overwhelming to the beginning smoker, but also with the flavor and complexity for the experienced cigar enthusiast. Providencia Cigars, your invitation to a lifestyle.
Pop's Safari Room is one of the most unique experiences in store for you and your friends. An extensive humidor with one of the finest collections of cigars in the state of Texas, an exceptional selection of local, national, and international beers and wines, and the ambiance of comfortable leather and soft lighting with a staff that truly cares about your experience. Pop's also trades in fine target, hunting, antique, and collectible firearms. Pop's Safari Room is located in the Fort Worth Cultural Art District within easy walking distance of some of Cowtown's finest dining and entertainment options. Pop's Safari Room. Comfort among friends.
Okay, welcome back. We have news with Nathan. Wow. He's so awesome. Nathan, please tell us all about the news.
I liked your previous intro before we had to cut and redo it.
Welcome back.
There you
Welcome
go.
back, my friends. Today we have Nathan in the news. Insert telegraph sound.
It feels better. It does.
Do you think
I
he's
that.
like a little cranky?
He could be. I think it was because he was scolded. This is the second time during
We've
one
been
show
yelled at
where he was scolded and had to stop.
Twice in one show. I don't even know if I can
pinch
handle it.
his
the
little
captain's
pink
fault.
nipples?
No, the first one was your fault. The first one was yours. This second one was my
How
fault.
was it my fault?
because it was your fault. You're
Okay,
Irish.
let's keep going. I gotta get to
I'll
a Drew
take the
Estate
bullet.
event at Lake Worth. Let's go.
Everybody's
All right, well,
pretty.
what I want to talk about today, it's nice when both aisles, both sides of the aisle can reach across, shake hands on a common issue, and this is we had that's right, or fist bump and blow it up. Bill Nelson out of Florida, Democrat out of Florida, and Mark Rubio, Republican out of Florida. They introduced Senate Bill 294, and it's just a rehash of Bill 441. And we were talking about this a couple of weeks ago, and it has to do with the FDA's reach into tobacco, specifically fine cigars. And again, fine cigars only represent about 315 million units sold, or $350 million sold in the U.S., and there is a $12 billion market. So again, what this regulation applies to is 18-year-old. You have to have your ID to purchase it, whether it's online or in person. It also has to do with giving free tobacco samples, which is important if new is important. And in the cigar industry, new is very important. And then the one that's really detrimental is when the products have to be verified by the FDA. This is a long process. It's a costly process. Yes. And so when you have these boutique cigar companies and the places down in Honduras where the hourly labor is not that much, but yet you've got to put a huge chunk of these dollars into FDA regulations, what are you doing here? And these cigars they have to be 100% tobacco outside wrappers. The fillers have to be inside. The tobacco has to be 100%. It also has to be hand rolled. So you're talking about, this is 100% natural, 100% hand rolled, and these are the cigars that children aren't necessarily buying. These are your $10 cigars and up each. It's not the ones that you see with the tips on them in the cigar stores.
Black and mild.
It's not those. It's the ones that you. It's
Swisher.
It's the ones that you see out in
blunts.
Blunts. That's correct. So.
They're used for what? They're used to.
Yeah, they cut them open, empty them out, put other stuff in, roll it back up.
That's exactly right. So
I'm just saying, I heard from a friend.
What we're indeed talking about is, this is a regulation that is going to take that part of the FDA's power away to where they cannot regulate fine tobacco. And they're going to make that distinction between the hand rolled. 100% tobacco, and then the ones that are mass-produced and you find usually in your.
Now, my understanding, part of why they did it was just because to get more money to fight the battles that they want to fight, which is underage smoking, cigarette smoking. Yeah. They wanted more money, and so that's what they were seeking out on cigar smokers like us.
Right.
Yeah. So that's what I didn't like about it.
Oh, it's
it was just about money.
There's ignorance in that too.
Yeah.
It's just people just overreacting. Well, the cigars just need to be no. It's not. An 18-year-old is not buying a $12 stick.
There's not a problem with underage smoking cigars. It's cigarettes.
Well,
so
Nathan pointed out.
They just wanted more money to fight
100%
that.
100% tobacco, and it's not brown paper rolled up in flavored crap. That's Joe Camel of the.
You don't inhale it.
And it has 22. It has 22 senators that have supported this already in the previous bill. So they think this time it's going to actually go through and be able to distinguish the two, because the labeling and the discretionary investigation that they're going to have to take, it's extremely long, it's extremely expensive, and it's going to run a lot of these small guys out of business. So you're going to end up, these cigars that you're enjoying, they're going to disappear.
I hope that they get a change in time, because what is it from 2007, 2009? You had to have. It's a grandfather clause back until then.
9, you'd be grandfathered in, but after that,
anybody after that, you're the one that's in trouble there. And I know quite a few of them.
It's absolute overreach, and it's got to be. I mean, I don't have a problem with regulation, but let's face it. I mean, this is just absurd.
Right. But there's some very good boutique cigars out there that are going to be affected by this. So I really hate to see that.
There's no question about it. I mean, you're basically saying that you're not going to be able to have a new cigar company because.
Right.
And because of what?
There's a lot of consolidating too right now.
Oh, I see
people that are trying to get under someone else that is prior to that time.
Well,
and Davidoff's getting out of the business.
Well, and I've been going to cigar places for about 15 years now, and I can tell you.
Davidoff, the German company?
Well, yeah, they got cigars, and they got the fine, whatever. They're just getting out of the cigar business altogether. I mean, they're moving out. They're selling out. They're done.
Well, and I've just never seen a child walk into a cigar place, and I've gone to a lot of cigar bars, and I've just never seen somebody that looked underage walking in and trying to order something. So I don't really think this is the market that you're catering to.
I want to spend $12 for a stick so I can stick some dope in it.
And I agree, because, being in Eastern Europe or going into, foreign countries where children do smoke cigarettes, where they're packaged at like 5 cigarettes for children, and they do smoke cigarettes, and it's common. I've never seen a child smoke a hand-rolled cigar.
No, absolutely. I mean, it's definitely something that I think we need to consider in our market, because it's going to kill what we've got. I mean, the types of advertising that I get in my email, the kind of types of advertising that sits on my door. This week I got one. There is a watch that's being manufactured right now. Glenlivet has a 1862 whiskey. And since there's only a few bottles of this stuff left, this guy's actually taking some. And because only, like us, we could share a bottle at a table, God, if only. But if we were able to share a bottle at a table, or you can make 5,000 watches that have a few drops of this in it. Now, that's a waste of money. I mean, I'd rather just us drink it. But as far as the types of advertising that are coming, it's not catered to children. And you don't have Joe Camel out pushing this stuff.
Besides, Scotch whiskey is like sucking on a dirty gym sock. So, next week, we are going to be at Willow Springs Golf Club.
One quick question. Nathan, think Trump will get rid of the FDA? It was on his shopping block.
I'm sorry?
Any chance you think Trump will get rid of the FDA?
No,
it was on his shopping block. Oh, okay. Because then that would solve the whole problem. No FDA.
Yeah, take this. Take 2 of these and call me in the morning if you're still alive.
No. We still have all-you-can-eat restaurants in town. We need some food regulation here.
No, I completely agree.
Yeah, so
but it was on the chopping block at one point.
I don't know that we're trying to target getting rid of it.
We will see you all next week.
Yes.
Sickle cell disease is a blood disorder that is incurable. It can be very painful to deal with, but the good news is that people are living longer thanks to great strides. However, they are not living well. Sickle Cell Disease Association of North Texas aims to provide an important safety net for our patients and their families. From counseling to financial assistance, we are there every step of the way. For more info, please visit our website at scdatarrant.org or like us on Facebook.
Providencia Cigars has a mission. We want every cigar enthusiast, both new and mature smokers, to experience a Providencia cigar. That's because we always produce the highest quality cigar that can be enjoyed by family, friends, and cigar lovers around the world. All of the tobacco in the El Santo and El Padre cigars are blends that have been aged for 6 years, and 60% of the tobacco in each cigar was grown in the Providencia fields in Honduras. Each has been carefully blended so as not to be overwhelming to the beginning smoker, but also with the flavor and complexity for the experienced cigar enthusiast as well. Providencia Cigars, your invitation to a lifestyle.
Pop Safari Room has one of the most unique experiences in store for you and your friends. An extensive humidor with one of the finest collections of cigars in the state of Texas, an exceptional selection of local, national, and international beers and wines, and the ambiance of comfortable leather and soft lighting with a staff that truly cares about your experience. Pops also trades in fine target, hunting, antique, and collectible firearms. Pop Safari Room is located in the Fort Worth Cultural District within easy walking distance of some of Cowtown's finest dining and entertainment options. Pop Safari Room, comfort among friends.
DFW Devil Dogs is a non-profit organization that was founded by a group of Marines with the intent of helping fellow Marines and corpsmen who were struggling for one reason or another. As word about the program spread, their numbers grew as well as their desire to help fellow veterans from all services, but they need your help in order to make that happen. DFW Devil Dogs works with veterans who have had to face tragedy with prevention education and interventional efforts. They also have a strong network of employers across the Metroplex who are committed to helping with this ever so important mission. Go to dfwdevildogs.com to learn more about this important program and how you can help.